Before sending off your stems or multitracks, it's really important to check that everything's been exported correctly. One way to do this is to drag everything back into your DAW, have a listen through, and check for issues. I find this quite time consuming and it still leaves a lot of room for error. So a friend and I built a small utility which essentially makes this faster and more reliable. I wanted to use this tool, Stem Checker, to show you how I check my files before sending them off. Usually, I'll select them all and drag and drop them straight into the app. The first thing I do is I go and find the bounce I've done of the mix. I'll mute it and pin it at the top so I can reference it later on. Then I'll check and see if the tool's detected any issues. There's a few examples here. The first one I can see is a duplicate. Now I'm looking at it, you can see that there's actually two files. They are the same, but they're both missing audio, so these can be cleared from the session. We're now left with 4 flagged issues. The first of which is clipping detection, which I've done as an example, but it's telling me that the bounce I've done of the mix is either hitting or exceeding 0 dBs at points throughout. The second issue it's flagging is that there's mismatched lengths. Again, it's the bounce I've done, and it's 2 seconds longer than the rest of the stems. The third issue it's flagging is a dual mono file. This isn't necessarily an issue, but it's just letting me know that the left and right channels are identical, and if I want to reduce the file size, I can convert it to true mono, which I will do now. Lovely, and that's converted that. The last issue in the panel is another example I've done, but it's telling me that the bounce has been exported at 24-bit, whereas the rest are at 32-bit. This applies to sample rate and other metadata as well, so it will detect that for you. At this point, I usually like to have a listen through, so I'll play the track. I can skip along if I like, or loop a section. I actually wanted to check the drums in this section, so if I type that into the search field, just solo it here briefly. All good. It's all sounding okay. Another thing I'll do just to double check for any issues is I'll use the A/B tool up here. It's automatically detected the bounce I've done and it's matched the gain. So what I can do is just A/B between the bounce of the mix and the stems that I've got and have a listen through. Amazing. Okay, that's all sounding good. Another thing I wanted to do before sending these files off is rename them. I could do it here, but as I wanted to rename all of them, I'm going to use the batch renaming function. I'm going to take off the prefix of the artist name, and then I'm going to add, just at the end, the date today. 2 of the 2nd, 2026. As you can see, it's changed the names here. I'm going to have a last little listen through before I send them off. Now I've had a listen through, sorted any issues and renamed the files, I'm ready to export them. I like to do this via Dropbox, but you can also save them to your local storage and send them off. Just going to whack them on the cloud quickly. Perfect, they've all been exported. Again, this is just the final checks I like to do before sending off my files. If you do want to check out Stem Checker, we offer a 30-day free trial, so give it a go on the App Store. Thank you.